So many things you can't observe from a zoom-in car around a curve. So many friends you'd never meet if you were buckled tight in a stuffy car seat. So many flowers cannot smell if you were going so fast no one could tell. So much stress and so much worry. Why is everybody in a hurry? Just walk with me. Together we'll notice the little things. Walk with me. Discover what the morning brings. Walk with me. Help to plant a precious seed. Walk with me. Traveling at human speed. Now there's my neighbor, Mrs. Jones. And there's another person walking, she's on the phone. Smell the air and see the trees. And feel my feet and my ankles and my shins and my knees. Look at that, I got to school in only 15 minutes. Pretty cool. Won't you join my walking train? We'll be the ones singing in the rain. Just walk with me. Together we'll notice the little things. Walk with me. Discover what the morning brings. Walk with me. Help to plant a precious seed. Walk with me. Traveling at human speed. Slow and steady, my legs are always ready. Just give me some good food, and I'll be in a walking mood. But now sometimes I don't have much pep, and the hardest part is that first step. I can't always tell myself that it's good for me and the planet's health. Getting to know my neighborhood with a nice long walk, it feels good. When you see me on my feet, there'll be one car fewer and driving on the street. Just walk with me. Together we'll notice the little things. Walk with me. Discover what the morning brings. Walk with me. It is all I really need. Walk with me. Traveling at human speed. Traveling at human speed. Traveling at human speed. Traveling at human speed.
Hello, KSQD listeners. It's every other Sunday again, and you're listening to Sustainability Now, a bi-weekly KSQD radio show focused on environment, sustainability, and social justice in the Monterey Bay region, California, and the world. I'm your host, Ronnie Lipschutz. My guest today is Dr. Peter Weiss and his guitar. Weiss is well known locally as the singing scientist, and he is leader of the Earth Rangers, a band that plays music that educates and uplifts people, especially children. Weiss and his colleagues started performing a decade ago to combat environmental illiteracy and connect with kids. They've released 2 albums, Do What You Oughter and One for the Sun. Peter is going to sing some of his songs and will play others from the albums. Peter Weiss, welcome to Sustainability Now.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
This is our second try, right? To get the the show recorded.
I'm not a sound engineer. Damn it. Oh well.
One thing we've learned,
Yeah.
right, is check the acoustics before
right.
you record. So tell us who you are and why you're here.
Well, so I've been doing music for just about my whole life, and at some point when my kids were young, and I saw a need to really educate people about environmental issues, I launched The Singing Scientist, and that kind of combined my teaching that I had done mostly at the university level, environmental science and chemistry, with just my willingness to make up little jingles and quirky tunes that could bring home a message that kids would want to listen to give them an appreciation for nature. And I had no idea if it was going to go anywhere. I tried it out on my kids. They seemed to like it okay. And then from there, I started playing in schools and festivals and formed a little band called Peter Weiss and the Earth Rangers, made a couple of CDs. And so, yeah, I think the message is still relevant today. And that last song was called Walk With Me, since I wrote that about 8 years ago. Just trying to get the message out about, taking your time and walking places, especially in our mild climate. So many beautiful things to observe along your way and people you can stop and talk to. It's just little things, taking personal responsibility to try to make the world a better place.
What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about you and the Earth Rangers, talk about some of the songs.
Yeah.
And you're going to play us some. Some of them will be
Sure.
recorded, and some of them will be live. Which ones do you want to start with?
Well, so I played Walk With Me there, and that was kind of inspired by my friend Micah Posner, who was a former council member, and he's well known for biking everywhere and walking everywhere, and I think he was talking about a political campaign where they were going to go on a march, and he was trying to convince people to walk with him, and that gave me the idea for the song. What have you got to lose by walking? Maybe it's a little slower than driving in the car, but when you think about all the negatives of car use, if you spend 15 minutes walking somewhere as opposed to 3 minutes driving, in those 12 extra minutes, you probably had a number of really great experiences, looking at flowers and meeting people and petting a dog that you pass and all sorts of things. So anyway, that was Walk With Me. And then I was going to play my song Happy Earth Day, which, as far as I know, is the only song written about the holiday Earth Day. At least it was when it came out on my album in 2009. So it's just kind of a celebration of the Earth, third planet from the sun, and it's the only one. How amazing is that, right? And just our kind of mindless pursuit of more and more energy and making more carbon emissions that are having really profound effects on our climate. That it's been obvious to me for let's see. I first learned about the concept of global warming when I was in graduate school in 1990, and since then, if you look at the CO2 emissions curve, like it's just gone up like uniformly since 1990. It doesn't matter like who's president or anything. It's just gone up, and we just got to keep working. What can we say? It's the world's not going to end, but it's not an outcome that we're going to want. Yeah. So it's much better to put the work in now, and that's kind of what I pretty much devoted my life to. So that's Happy Earth Day, and then I thought I would play another song about our planet. It's called One Is for the Sun, which starts with the sun and then goes to our planet, and just describes how unique and special it is. And if you can't convince people that the planet that they live on is worth protecting, then we've got to figure out something a little more fundamental in the way that we reach people, because that's pretty important.
Now, do you want to play those live, or do you
Sure,
want?
yeah, I'll play those live. Yeah, no problem.
That'd be great. Okay.
I'll go with One Is for the Sun. And this is the title of my second CD, which you can stream all that stuff on Spotify and Apple Music and all that.
One is for the sun that shines on the horizon, painting the sky with orange and red. Two is for the first few stars that come twinkling, lighting the nighttime sky overhead. Three is for the different phases of water. These are called solid, liquid, and gas. Four is for the seasons from summer to autumn, winter to spring. 1 year has passed. We're spinning on a tilting axis and revolving a medium-sized star. But this planet is unique with life, the only one we know of so far. 5 is for the plants and their important parts, roots and stems, leaves, flowers, and seeds. 6 is for carbon, the most important element that every living creature needs. 7's for the continents, moved by plate tectonics at a rate of a few inches a year. 8 is for the number of miles it is from the ground to the ozone in the stratosphere. We're spinning on a tilted axis and revolving a medium-sized star. But this planet is unique with life, the only one we know of so far. 9 is for the planets, and even though Pluto is really just a planetoid floating in space. 10 is for the fingers of all the human beings trying to make the world a better place. I said 10 is for the fingers of all the human beings trying to make the world a better. We're spinning on a tilted axis and revolving a medium-sized star. But this planet is unique with life, the only one we know of so
Great. That should be our planetary anthem.
Thanks. Yeah, I had fun writing that. I imagined a children's book, the counting from 1 to 10. Each page showing a different picture on it. So if you know any artists that want to make a children's book, I got some material for it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're out there. You're listening to Sustainability Now. I'm Ronnie Lipschutz, and my guest today is Dr. Peter Weiss, leader of the band The Earth Rangers. He's playing some of his songs, and we're also listening to some of the tracks from the albums his band has produced. What do you do in your day job?
So I am a researcher and a lecturer at UC Santa Cruz. I've been doing that since like 2009. Really enjoy it. Love the kind of things I study. Do research in environmental toxicology and air pollution, atmospheric chemistry. I study how pollutants move through the atmosphere and become incorporated into living systems and to poison ecosystems and humans and wildlife. Currently studying mercury right now. I'm doing a project over in the former mercury mines of Santa Cruz Mountains at New Almaden. We're using native lichens to absorb mercury out of the air. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I have grants from the U.S. Geological Survey, from the Environmental Protection Agency, from NOAA, different groups. And I teach classes in chemistry, air pollution, and sustainability. So what you're doing is great here on the radio also. It's all interwoven.
What's next?
Okay.
What do you do next?
So,
are you okay playing live as opposed to playing recorded songs?
Well, I'm happy playing a few songs live. I think it gives it that nice, that live feel when you listen on the radio. Like, oh, wow, that person's actually doing it right there, as opposed to, in the studio, they're like took 10 takes and there's overdubbing and all that kind of stuff. It sounds better overall in the studio, but the live is like gives it that extra energy. Yeah. So, even though like, well, maybe you didn't notice, but I kind of played the wrong chord in the last song. And, it happens.
I actually caught that.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was a pretty bad clam. But anyway, I'm singing. I'm trying to remember my own words, and I'm trying to remember my own chords at the same time. So that's about,
Do you write did you write all of your own
Yeah,
songs?
I write all these songs. There's a couple songs on my albums that are cover tunes, but...
there are.
Yeah, I wrote 90% of the songs I wrote. So, yeah, I've been writing a lot of songs. I've been in rock bands over the years, been played on various radio stations, mostly in Seattle, Washington, where I used to live, and was gigging regularly. So I definitely have had an unusual career as far as like being a PhD scientist and, publishing papers, but also like making CDs and getting played on the radio. I don't know that I do either career like, A+ level, but I certainly enjoy the diversity of activity and just the different kinds of people I get to meet and the different ways I get to express myself. So it works for me, and I'm just happy to be doing it.
Are you still writing songs?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, the kids' songs, not so much, because my kids are 22 and 17.
Do you want to play something? Are you up to even if it's not environmental?
Right, yeah. You mean like a tortured love song, which is kind of all the other stuff I write?
It could be, Right? Community radio, as long as it's fit to be heard. Right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Well, I'd be happy to. Yeah. I'm working on a project right now with Jim Lewin. He played on my kids' albums back in the day, and he's a great bluegrass guitarist around town that plays in a band called Edge of the West, and so it's kind of helped me produce some of my bluegrass songs, sort of mellow bluegrass. But I'd be happy to play one.
Here's something.
Okay. All right. Good enough for the radio, huh? They say love is just a series of illusions designed to unravel your heart. But I submit that there's more to it. It's a union of science and art. It's more than the sum of its parts. There's hand-holding, night strolling, getting to know each other near and far. There's face glowing when you know it. Together you can fly up to the stars like a bird against what you've heard. In spite of the news today, they think it's better to live this way. They say love is just a series of illusions designed to unravel your heart. But I submit that there's more to it. It's the union of science
music playing, if you hear them saying, you're all I need except for to play a song. In nature's bounty, and in every county, they travel through and take each other along through the fields, finding out what is real. They say love will fade, but they haven't seen what you've made. I say love is just a series of emotions designed to strengthen your heart. Isn't it true that it's meant for you? It tastes so sweet and yet so tart. It's more than love, much more than love. It's more than the sum of its parts, more than their two hearts.
That's great. Is this part of an album project?
Yeah.
So there'll be something
it's
coming
brand new
out
stuff.
at some
yeah.
point.
I don't know if it's gonna be a whole album, but chipping away at it little by little.
Yeah.
Got a few songs down.
So who else is in the band in the Earth Rangers?
Yeah, so in the early days, I made these albums in the studio, had great musicians like Jim Lewin, I just mentioned. Dan Robbins is playing bass on there, Michael Levy playing piano. I got Steve Robertson and Mike Shannon playing drums, and really just all-star cast. Even got Tammy Brown to come in and do some backing vocals. Just some great Santa Cruz musicians. But then we had to take it out on the road, well, so to speak. We went to Monterey Bay Aquarium and other places. From Monterey to Santa Rosa, we've played. And I started just getting my singers together to sort of back me up, 3-part harmony. So Gail Swain has been singing with me for a long time, and Ron Goodman. And occasionally we'll have Ron's kids come in, and when they first started, they were about 7 playing with the band, and now they're more like 17. So, but they still play with us occasionally, lending banjo and penny whistle and all sorts of cool instruments. But yeah, it's primary. And then lately we added Jerry Paul playing bass, and Gail's husband Curtis on the conga. So we got a little 5-piece for playing festivals and so forth. We do open streets usually every year, and trying to get into the farmers market, and we played like Earth Day Santa Cruz and various school functions, state parks, different things like that. But it's been pretty slow. The pandemic hit us pretty hard, and then trying to dial it back up. And we'd love to play more, but not really out there beating the pavement trying to get gigs. So hey.
Are you doing anything on Earth Day?
Well, no, not specifically. So I'm hoping that this radio broadcast will sort of, raise awareness that, hey, there's some environmental education music out there, and Earth Day is the perfect time to have it. Okay, here's Happy Earth Day. Oh, it's Earth Day, oh, happy Earth Day. We celebrate the Earth today. Third planet from the sun, and it's the only one. I'm wishing you a happy Earth Day. Oh, the Earth gives us everything we need, like clear flowing water and tall green trees, fertile soil and a place to grow crops, beautiful rainbows and fat raindrops. But there's so many people and so much waste. We need a reminder to take care of this place. That's why it's Earth Day, oh happy Earth Day. We celebrate the Earth today. Third planet from the sun, and it's the only one. I'm wishing you a happy Earth Day. Oh, what can you do on Earth Day? Recycle your garbage instead of throw away. Walk everywhere, leave your car at home. Call a politician up on the phone, for if we raise our voices loud and strong, environmental problems, they won't last too long. That's why it's Earth Day, oh happy Earth Day. We celebrate the Earth today. Third planet from the sun, and it's the only one. I'm wishing you a happy Earth Day. So what can you do in Santa Cruz on Earth Day? Well, the obvious one is get out to the beach and pick up all the litter you can possibly find, right? Because that trash ends up sooner or later in the bellies of the otters and the seagulls and the pelicans. And there's just way too much plastic in this world, and we got to protect our ocean and the animals. Oh, it's just about the best holiday. Let's thank the earth and then yell hooray! Try to get outside just a little bit. Leave the place cleaner than when you found it. But there's so many people not behaving their best. By working together we can clean up the mess. That's why it's Earth Day, oh happy Earth Day. We celebrate the earth today. Third planet from the sun, and it's the only one. I'm wishing you a happy Earth Day. Yes, it's Earth Day, oh happy Earth Day. We celebrate the earth today. Third planet from the sun, and it's the only one. I'm wishing you a happy Earth Day.
You're listening to Sustainability Now. I'm Ronnie Lipschutz, and my guest today is Dr. Peter Weiss, leader of the band The Earth Rangers. He's playing some of his songs, and we're also listening to some of the tracks from the albums his band has produced. Why don't we play some cuts from the albums?
Sounds good.
You mentioned one of them before.
So though Do As You Oughter is kind of my hit song, and Own Backyard is kind of nice. I didn't write that one, but it's got a really nice arrangement on the CD. And then there's Solar Oven, which is kind of a cute song with kazoo on it.
Well, start with Do As You Oughter.
Okay.
What can you tell us about it?
So yeah, I was just these songs come to me, and I was just walking along the West Cliff, and just kind of getting a beat in my head, and and this is a classic example of me combining the different worlds that I live in. Yeah, that being chemistry and environmental education. So there's a saying in the chem lab: do as you oughter, add acid to water. When you're making a dilution in chemistry, you don't want to add water to acid because it can get really hot and start spattering and be dangerous. So you always add acid to water. Do as you oughter, add acid to water. So that thought just came to me. I don't know why. And then I thought, oh, do as you oughter, don't pollute the water. Oh, wow, that's kind of catchy. And then I just sort of fleshed out the rest of the song. And just with the, kind of bringing home the imperative of keeping our beaches clean, because all that plastic pollution, as I mentioned, really harms the animals, especially our sea otters, which are so near and dear to us. So, that's how that song came about. And I play it for my classes when I teach, and the students will tell me that was, forget about the science, like me
Right.
singing for them was the most memorable aspect of their
Right.
time in my
it's a bit
class.
like Tom Lair's and the Elements, right?
Yeah.
You learn them better from that. than
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
at the
exactly.
periodic table. Well,
Yeah.
let's play that cut from
Okay.
from the album Do As You Oughter.
Otter, otter, swimming in the water. Otter, otter, swimming in the sea. Otter, otter, father, mother, daughter. Otter, otter, family. I said, do as you oughter. Don't pollute the water. Do as you oughter. Don't pollute the sea. Bags of plastic are so fantastic for carrying your groceries home from the store. But on a windy day, the bag can blow away, and then it's just garbage otter, don't pollute the sea. A bag in the water floats near the otter, sticks to his whiskers and to his jaws. An otter doesn't need a piece of phony seaweed, but as he swims away, it sticks to his paws. Do as your otter, don't pollute the water. Do as your otter, don't pollute the sea. Pelicans flock and seagulls squawk around a plastic bag that's floating by, looking for their main dish, a succulent jellyfish. So one of them swoops down and gives it a try. Do as you otter, don't pollute the water. Do as you otter, don't pollute the sea. Even though we live on dry land and the ocean seems far away, everything runs downhill and gets to the sea someday. So let's clean up our beaches, it won't take that long. Pick up all the little plastic pieces and sing a happy otter song. Otter, otter, swimming in the water. Otter, otter, swimming in the sea. Otter, otter, father, mother, daughter. Otter, otter, family.
And do as the otter, don't pollute the water. Do as the otter, don't pollute the sea. Don't pollute the sea.
Don't
I'm looking here at the the list, the song list from Do As You Oughter, and I see one called "Skateboarding with the President." Which president and what does that entail?
So that was a fun project. It is George W. So it tells you how old the album is. The song was written in about 2007, so I believe my daughter was in third grade, but I was real active in the Westlake School where she was going to school, and the fourth grade teacher was having a project where songwriters would come in and work collaboratively with the class to write a song. That was the project. And so I went in there to that class without really any idea of what we're going to write a song about, and I started asking the students for song ideas, just different words. I had some kind of prompt where they could just throw out different words and unusual combinations, and I wrote them all on the board. And then we voted on the combinations of words that the students thought were the most interesting that we should go forward with for a song. And those two words were skateboarding and president. So that was the job that I went home with, to write a song. And, they gave me some other ideas too about skateboarding with the president. And it turned out to be an interesting idea because at the time, George W. was a little bit detached from environmental concerns and this feeling, especially among the youth, that the planet was in peril. And so if they only got a chance to bring George W. down to the skate park so you could hear their concerns, then this is what they would tell him.
Talk some sense into him.
Exactly,
right, yeah.
exactly.
And I was thinking about skateboarding with Richard Nixon, but that's that's too long ago. So, okay, here is Skateboarding with the President.
I went skateboarding with George Bush down at the skate park. We were taking turns on the half pipe and we started to talk. I said, you're the prez and me and my friends are just boys and girls. You're in charge of so much, so please take care of this world, of this world. First of all, you've got to stop this dust ball of hate. And don't you know that war is the only thing I'd assassinate? The hearts of children everywhere are throbbing with peace. Won't you please find a way to make the violence cease, not increase? Then he told me to watch this trick, and I said, dude, that was sick. Then the president, he started to shred as he listened to what I said, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa. I went skateboarding with George Bush down at the skate park. We were catching air on some sweet jumps and we started to talk. I said, Mr. Prez, I fear the planet's becoming too hot. We could be killing thousands of fuzzy mammals, which is quite a lot, quite a lot. And there's so much waste that our trash is beginning to swim. If you start to talk about recycling, the message might sink in. Stop crossing out the laws that protect our water and air. These things weigh heavy on our minds. We want you to be aware, be aware. Then he told me to watch this trick, and I said, dude, that was sick. Then the president, he started to shred as he listened to what I said, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa.
We'll turn off the water when we are brushing our teeth. It's a simple thing to do and leaves more water for our streams. Oh, it's so gross to pass a chance and kids can lead the way. If we knew, then the president will listen to what we say, what we say. What we say. Be aware.
Should I play another song, or what do you want me to do?
That? Why don't we do that?
Okay, so we'll have one last song. Well, one that I'm always often doing is branching out. This one I didn't write. It's by John Gorka, but it is turned out to be one of the favorites that we've been playing for a long time.
I grow up, I'm gonna be a tree. I'm gonna make my home with the birds and the bees and the squirrels. They can count on me when I grow up to be a tree. I let my joints get stiff, put my feet on the ground, take the winters off and settle down, keep my clothes till they turn brown. When I grow up, I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why. When the spring comes by, I'm gonna get real green. If a dog comes by, I'll get real mean. On windy days, I'll bend and lean. When I grow up, I'm gonna get real green. If I should fall through storm or slumber, please don't turn me into lumber. I'd rather be a Louisville slugger, swinging for the seats. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a tree. I'm gonna make my home with the birds and the bees and the squirrels. They can count on me when I grow up to be a tree. I let my joints get stiff, put my feet on the ground, take the winters off and settle down, keeping my clothes till they turn brown. When I grow up, I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why.
You're listening to Sustainability Now. I'm Ronnie Lipschutz, and my guest today is Dr. Peter Weiss, leader of the band The Earth Rangers. He's playing some of his songs, and we're also listening to some of the tracks from the albums his band has produced. You know, one of my favorites of your songs is Big Sur.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll play that one off the album.
Sounds good. You get my guitar solo on there.
Yeah, but why don't you tell us about
Okay,
that?
so yeah, well, I mean, Big Sur, you know, that was a really important place, and just basically me and my family, my kids, would go down there a couple times a year and just hang out at the river and just marvel at the magic of that place. You know, it's just so unusual. Sort of towering ridges and this amazing redwood trees and the water, that beautiful clear water, and just the remoteness and the wildness of that area. It's very magical. So just try to channel that energy. It's also, you know, just a land of peril too, with wildfires and landslides,
yeah.
earthquakes, floods. You know, drought is the whole thing. It's a land of extremes. But when you're there, sitting next to the river, and as I say, warming up on a rock because the water's cold and the
Right.
the wind comes up that canyon, and it's like it can be kind of chilly. You tune into the quietness of that place.
Did you grow up in California?
I did, yeah.
So when was the first time you went to Big Sur? Do you remember?
Well, it wasn't until later. Yeah, because I grew up in the very north part of the state. I didn't come to Santa Cruz till '86, and so I didn't discover it until much later. Probably when I moved back here in 2005. Yeah.
Right. Well, here's Big Sur.
Big Sur floats me, cools me, fools me. Big Sur makes me smile. Big Sur sprays me, wets me, sweats me, hiking many miles. And the pool's so clear, I jump in no fear. Wild and scenic, have you seen it empty into the sea? This clear water's flowing wild and fast and cold and free. And the pool's so deep and the mountains so steep. I can take a gentle amble and admire the redwood trees. I can go for a boulder scramble and get farther upstream. As I warm up on a rock, one thing's for sure, there is no place on earth quite like Big Sur. Big Sur. Shake us, sway us, San Andreas fault line runs right through. Summer's drier, wildfire burned up what we knew. But in spring there grew wildflowers anew. I can take a gentle amble and admire the redwood trees. I can go for a boulder scramble and get farther upstream. As I warm up on a rock, one thing's for sure, there is no place on earth. There is no place on earth. There is no place on earth. There is no place on earth quite like Big Sur. Big Sur.
Okay, well, Peter Weiss, that was great. So thank you for being on Sustainability Now.
My pleasure. Anytime, Ronnie.
Okay,
Love
and
what
that's
you do.
Peter Weiss and the Earth Rangers. You can find their 2 albums on Spotify, and I downloaded them from Amazon yesterday. And
Thank you. I made my 12 cents off of that, I'm sure.
Yeah. If you'd like to listen to previous shows, you can find them at ksqd.org/sustainability now and Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Pocket Casts, among other podcast sites. So thanks for listening, and thanks to all the staff and volunteers who make KSQD your community radio station and keep it going. And so until next every other Sunday, sustainability now.
Well, I'm 80 feet from head to toe, swimming off the coast of Mexico. Won't you come and swim with me? We'll go swimming in the deep blue sea. And underneath the waves we'll hunt for krill. Oh yes we will, gonna eat our fill. It might seem kinda strange to you all, the largest animal eats something so small. Well, in this mighty ocean where we are still strong, swimming over 30 miles an hour, some people thought that we were no longer alive, but now we got the blue whale power, blue whale power. Is the size of a small car, beating so slow as I swim so far. Some people think my breath is bad, smells like the dinner that I just had. Crustaceans are so delish, they're better than fish, they're a favorite dish. Instead of teeth we have baleen, know what I mean, they're like a stream. Well, in this mighty ocean where we are still strong and getting bigger by the hour, for now you know that hunting our species was wrong. Now we got the blue whale power, blue whale power.
Blue